Hello everyone, welcome to Stories, Treasures, and Tea. I'm Marian and I want to welcome you here, all of you who are brand new, or if you have been here since day one, thank you for that. Please subscribe and then we will grow as a community. So today in Stories, Treasures, and Tea, I'm going to begin with talking about my stories and treasures will kind of combine into each other because one of my subscribers has requested things from me that are uniquely Canadian. And that's what I want to talk about because I'm in Canada and I know a lot of my viewers are from the United States. So I'm going to just talk about a few things that I believe are uniquely Canadian. But before that, I'd like to just ask you, have you done your Christmas decorating? If you celebrate that, I have started, but I'm still not completed. I haven't hung the stockings yet, but I am, I'd say, more than halfway through decorating. So quite enjoying that. And our weather is getting to be more like Christmas. So the first thing I want to tell you about as far as uniquely Canadian things is, as many of you may know, we have two official languages, English and French. And of course, in school, all the children study French, and I did as well. Mind you, I could not carry on a full conversation because unless you use it, it's easy to lose it. I know I could say bonjour mademoiselle, bonjour monsieur, bonjour madame, comment ça va? That's about it. There's a few other words I know, but I would really like to have a conversation with someone and listen to them. And if I did, I know I could pick up the language for sure. The other thing I want to talk about is spelling. Like a lot of our words are spelled differently. And I think Canadian language, of course it's English, but we have the influence of American and English from England. So, and French too is blended in there, absolutely. So for example, if we were looking at these, which you would wipe your mouth with after your dinner, Americans would likely say napkins. And we would say napkins too, but traditionally, what we would call these are serviettes. And of course, that is a French word, but that's what, when I go to a drive-through, I would ask for extra serviettes. And sometimes the people don't understand what I am saying, so I would say, napkins, please. So that's one thing. The other thing are money. So we have, and I don't have them here right now, I didn't have any in my change purse, but our coins, as you may or may not know, we have a $1 coin and a $2 coin. And the $1 coin is called a loonie because it has a picture of a loon on the back of it, a bird loon. So it started this sort of slang loonie and it stuck. And we also have the $2 coin, which we call toonie. So really, when you think of it and when you hear it, loonies and toonies, it sounds sort of comical, but it is seriously our coins now. And the other thing that I want to talk about is this hat. Of course, it's a hat, but what would we call it? In Canada, we call this a toque. So that is a toque. That's also a French word, but that is a common everyday word for that. And the other thing I'd like to talk about is what I'm sitting on. You may call it a couch or a sofa, but also what we would call it is a Chesterfield. And I know that word is from England. My grandmother was not from England. She was from Ireland, but she would only call it Chesterfield. She would not call it couch or sofa. So that's one word that's a little bit different in Canadian English. And another thing is when we talk about college, university, so in Canada, college is it's community college. It's where you would study, like if you wanted to be a mechanic, or if you wanted to be maybe a graphic designer. University is more academic, like if you're studying biology, or if you eventually want to be a doctor, or sciences, is university. College is community college with more like a plumber even, that's community college. So that's the difference between our college and university. I think in the States, college is the same as our university, I believe. Oh, and there's our Lilibet barking. There must be somebody approaching the door. She's doing great, by the way. So another thing that's uniquely Canadian, as far as I know, is this. So it's Coke, of course, but I believe that Americans would say soda. We say pop. That's what Canadians would say, pop. I'm going to show you a few kind of food items. Okay, so these I believe are uniquely Canadian. Maybe you have them in the States now, but Smarties, very common in Canada for sure. So that is, and I think they're made by Nestle. Yes, I think they are. And this is also made by Nestle. And in the United States, I believe this would be called a candy bar. We simply call this a chocolate bar. So I'm going to have that with my tea later. And speaking of tea, today I chose this tea because Tim Hortons originated in Canada. I know there are some in the States, but I don't think Tim Hortons coffee and tea are as popular in the States as it is in Canada. I remember I taught adults English, and they were from all different countries. And honestly, within a week to 2 weeks, they would know double double, which is double cream, double sugar at Tim Hortons. So this is uniquely Canadian. Let me try it. Oh yes, very good Tim Horton tea. So that's what I chose today. And of course, I must mention this, maple syrup. Very Canadian. I think 75% of the maple syrup, maybe worldwide, I believe, at least North America, is made in Quebec, Canada. So this is a big one. It's from Costco. So maybe you have this in your Costco as well, but I put maple syrup on everything. I must be very Canadian that way. In my tea, often, on ice cream, of course on pancakes, but maple syrup is very Canadian. Even people cook with it, like bacon, and I know my daughter has used it in, rubbing on different meats and things. So maple syrup, you can't talk about things that we eat in Canada without talking about maple syrup. And the other thing is vinegar on fries. Always, I will not eat French fries without vinegar. And I know I've asked for vinegar sometimes when I've been in the States, and I get a puzzled look. So I think that we got that influence from England too. And the other thing I want to show you, it's in my beautiful cookbook that I love. This book is called Butter Baked Goods. And this is uniquely Canadian, and she has a recipe for it in here. I hope you can see it. It's called a Nanaimo bar. And this Nanaimo bar has like a graham cracker sort of crust. It's got coconut. It's got icing sugar in it. It's very sweet, but apparently it originated in Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada. So I don't have one on hand here, but I am going to bake them very soon. So that is our uniquely Canadian things. And next week, I hope you will join us again. Um, I hope you have a great week. Maybe enjoy decorating for Christmas. But until then, please subscribe and like, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.